Now, the fact this is one of the first things people think of when you say Hazbin Hotel to them is really funny. Hazbin Hotel. Some hate it, some like it, and some people hate you for liking it. Pretty much, if you have an opinion on this, you're gonna get jumped, so. Now, for those who don't know, and I'd like to state right now, there's no going back, but for real now, Hazbin Hotel is a show created by one Vivian Medrano. It was first shown off mainly to the masses via a 30-minute YouTube pilot as a proof of concept to hopefully get picked up for a full show. And bad news to the Reddit nation, it blew up. With it and its later released music video based on the show featuring over 100 million views. Wait, Black Griffin worked on the pilot? Oh no! Now I could do something called lying, which is untrue. Like, there was 100% criticism being put out at the time. I remember one floating around a lot is that the pilot featured a lot of the colour red. And the other side of criticism was just kind of whatever PK Russell was spitting back in the day.
Or should I say, no doubt.
I'm laughing and crying, that was so funny. Oh my god. Just shut the fuck up.
But depending on what you think of the show, I don't think it's really a hot take to say that Hazbin Hotel probably changed indie animation forever. One of the big reasons I feel it exploded in the way it did was because nobody was doing it the same way Hazbin was. And I imagine if it wasn't for Hazbin, we wouldn't have shows like Lackadaisy, Catching Up, or Digital Circus. But after 4 years and like 12 billion controversies, A24 and Amazon Prime finally released Hazbin Hotel Season 1 in January 2024. And it was a fucking mess.
You're doing great, vagina.
Now, yeah, it's best I talk about the elephant in the room that is saying address me. I did discuss the show's first 2 episodes when they just came out, but counterpoint, that video probably sucks. Probably, I haven't really gone to watch it back, I just remember the audio quality not being okay. Since it's seemingly canon, even though
I won't forget you, buddy.
And the obvious one is that it doesn't talk about the whole season, only the first 2 episodes of it. And with season 2 releasing then less than a month as of recording this, but now's a good enough time, you know? I'm a man of theming, you see. So yeah. Fuck shit, pussy.
You're doing great, vagina. I've been living in a third world country.
Now, before I say nothing but my issues like every other person who's reviewed this show, I'll give credit to the one thing that's actually good with this show with no strings attached. There was a music pun, I was talking about the music. For a show that claims to be a musical, it actually wears its songs like a badge of honor. The songs themselves actually being really good. The worst they ever get is mediocre. Welcome to Heaven is pure noise, and I actually just cannot take It Starts With Sorry seriously. But songs like Hell Is Forever, Hell's Greatest Dad, it were for the most part, and Out for Love all come to mind as songs I can actually listen to without a wave of cringe going through my system. Obviously, Loser Baby just sits in a tier of its own. I mean, look at these visuals, man. I still think the songs and how they're implemented into the show can be whack at times. Some of them just feel like they're here to hit the 2-song per episode quota, and the way they transition between dialogue just kind of makes the songs feel more like a jump scare more than anything.
I am not discussing this.
Will say though, it's a huge missed opportunity they didn't officially use the goated song Hazbin Hotel Polka. But you know, there's always season 2, I suppose. Animated James really needs a comeback. Why did I get a Discord notification? What the fuck? Anyway, the joke is Animated James. Here, put up a clip of fucking Animated James.
I wake up in the future where I have to adjust to seeing black people sitting in the front of the bus.
But again, the songs themselves actually... Another fucking Discord notification! But the songs themselves, they're actually pretty good. But can we get Aaron Fraser Nash on for season 2? I mean, just look at his portfolio.
Punch, punch, I hit like a rhino. You're a sponge, tell me where my fists go.
Dude, those fucking animals are so fucking funny. They make me want to fucking merge
Just like
without
that.
fucking
I believe
looking.
that.
Okay, time to be like every Redditor ever.
You're doing great, vagina.
The comedy part of Hazbin Hotel, I'm just going to be honest, it just doesn't work for me, I'm sorry. Now, obviously, comedy is subjective, and if you've talked to me long enough, you'll realise I'm utterly tapped in the head. Just hearing lyrics from the masterpiece that is I'm a black guy in a white guy's body will have me cackling like I'm the Joker. But simply put it, Hazbin's humour, it just is sex equals funny. Like, that's not me trying to say you're dumb for thinking this show is funny or anything. When people said this to Vivziepop, she used her third eye to drop a generational response to this. And no shit, it fucking sucked. When people criticize your show for being just for teens and all the jokes as swearing is funny, why did you think to prove them right? I weep for you if you don't think a well-deserved fuck is funny. I agree, Viv, but when all your jokes are a fuck, then I don't care. I think this honestly set off a crazy domino effect of just bad marketing for the show. You had this, you had the fucking peak Verbal Ace video. Everything was looking downhill for Hazbin Hotel. Now, I'm not trying to rag on Vivziepop as a person. She could be the next coming of Antichrist or Satan herself, but, you know, I don't know her, so. The only jokes I genuinely kind of have a bone to pick with is the assault joke she makes. I'm not going to stay on this too long because it's a bit too serious for a video where I'm doing shitpost memes every 5 seconds. This is also why I just will not cover anything in episode 4 because a bit too serious for the tone of this video. Whilst editing this segment, I completely forgot about 2 things revolving around episode 4 that I actually do want to talk about. Firstly, that episode 4, the one that includes the essay, was storyboarded with someone with a fetish. Thankfully, I don't feel like their fetish comes into the final project. However, I won't lie and say I still find it a bit unnerving knowing that one of the people who storyboarded this genuinely liked drawing angel dust in these really disgusting positions and situations. The second one is to do with how Vivziepop promoted the song Poison. Whilst promoting the song, she felt the need to make a sex joke. I'm gonna be honest, I just think that's kind of fucked up, knowing the whole song is about Angel Dust's abusive situation with Valentino and his constant essay. I don't think you should be putting sex jokes in that. I genuinely just think that's fucked up. Apologies if this is a little out of left field, you know, a bit too serious, but I genuinely only remembered these whilst editing the video, so sorry. Anyway, back to the original video. But back onto the main topic. In episode 6, there's a small joke with Sir Pentious where he's trying to ask out Cherry Bomb to have sex with him. And to kind of normalize things, every time he says something, he says he's doing it with everyone. So this time, obviously, he's saying he'll have sex with everyone. This leads him to get dragged away, and he's clearly not comfortable with it. I mean, just look at him. And I'm not saying you can't have assault jokes in anything, you know. I'm not like the joke police. I'm not gonna brigade you on if you can do that or not. But only 2 episodes ago, you were going on about Angel Dust's essay and treating it really seriously. Why is it different now? Come to think about it while recording, this is just kind of a problem with the show as a whole. Like, some things will be treated as a joke and some things will be treated seriously. Again, another Serpentious moment actually in the finale. They treated death like a joke and then instantly go straight to serious in like genuinely like 2 seconds. That is actual just tonal whiplash.
That could have been ugly.
Apologies if that felt like a huge tangent, but there's really not a lot to say when every joke is just sex lamau. And I mean, if you find this style of humor funny and like comedic genius, then 100% power to you. But for me and many others, it just left us stone-faced. But these are all subjective things. So what about stuff like the plot or characters? This is also bad.
You're doing great, vagina.
And so I threw a party and I really partied hardy.
For a first season of a show, this shit is so overwhelming and honestly a little confusing. Like the initial pilot that blew up Hazbin Hotel on YouTube, well, is that canon to the final show? Yes, no, maybe? They recall elements from the pilot, such as Alistair showing up a week ago.
When you showed up here a week ago, you told us you would help run this hotel.
And Pentious' battle within the pilot.
Well, if all that's true, you'd think I'd have heard of you.
I attacked you literally last week.
But at the same time, stuff has clearly changed between now and the pilot. Like in the pilot, Charlie calls her mum and explicitly says this surrounding her dad.
I don't know what I'm doing. I think Dad was right about me.
And in the opening song, we can see Lucifer behind Charlie with the following lyrics.
Why have I always been a failure?
Making Lucifer come off as abusive and never believed in Charlie's dreams. Now, in the final show, it seems the roles have been utterly reversed. When Lucifer shows up, he's not at all the abusive monster that the pilot made him out to be. By the end of his first episode appearance, they actually resolve all their issues together. But to counter that, Charlie's mum Lilith is now painted off as this mysterious person who's been gone for years. It also makes it stupid why Charlie felt the need to call her mum in the pilot. She's been gone for years. Why did you think she was going to pick up the fucking phone? The obvious answer to this problem is just to make the first episode a remake of the pilot. And funny enough, when putting their other show, Hell of a Boss, onto Amazon Prime, they actually remade the pilot. So why couldn't you do this with Hazbin?
You're doing great, vagina.
Sure, these nitpicky issues are very minor, but when they're sprouted throughout the entire season, then it becomes a little bit of a bigger problem. Like, there's a lot of things in the season where you've just got to take their word for what they're saying without actually having proof to back it up. Like in the final episode, they all talk about how much they've grown as people, as if they're some found family now, when all the development was completely off screen. Like, we saw Angel and Husk interact, so yeah, I buy them as friends. But I don't believe Husk would lay down his life for the entire Hazbin Hotel. It doesn't help with the huge ticking clock element of the extermination taking place within 6 months. Again, a time period that just kind of flies by between episodes. For example, in episode 5, they still state that a couple months is left till the extermination hits. But over the course of 3 episodes, which seem to happen pretty much back to back, fuck it, seems like the extermination is here already. I thought we had a couple months left, Viv, what the fuck? It feels like Viv was worried Hazbin would be cancelled after 1 season, which, honestly, these days, valid response. And instead of trying to make one good digestible season, she just kind of threw in every single idea she had at the table. It's kind of clear just by looking at the characters. There's some like Angel Dust or Alistair who get a lot of screen time, hell even a full episode to get to know them. And then you get ones like Vaggie or Pinchas who get maybe a part of an episode, and then they're never focused on again. Is not a good sign when in your season 1 recap, the first thing you can say about Vaggie is that she's Charlie's girlfriend.
This is Vaggie. She's my girlfriend.
That's disgusting.
They set up a mystery at the start of the season about who killed one of the angel exorcists, something that's never been done before. Obviously, this sounds really compelling. I wonder where this mystery is going to lead to. But they give it away 2 episodes later to be fucking Carmilla Carmine.
Who's that?
You don't know it? Oh, don't worry, she'll come back in 4 episodes later. What for? Oh, obviously to tell Vaggie how to kill angels. You know Vaggie. The ex-angel.
That makes sense.
They literally show the episode before that she lost her eye to an angelic weapon, but they still treat it like her figuring it out is some fucking revelation.
Did you know angels could be harmed?
No. What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
I could go on endlessly about the small writing fuck-ups this show does, but at a certain point, it's just gonna get repetitive. A lot of the small issues with the seasons probably could have been fixed with another draft or 2 of the scripts. Or, you know, just cutting half of this stuff for a future season or something. Like, I always assumed that going to heaven would be this huge thing, but we already do it by episode 6. Anyway, the season ends with Sir Petrus's death being tonal whiplash. And Adam... Oh, shit, I forgot to talk about him up until now.
Who's that?
Anyway, he dies. But at the end, they all do a big sing-song, which, you know, it's pretty good, I guess. But they mainly use the last bit of the episode to set up stuff for Season 2, such as teasing the V's are going to be the main antagonist for Season 2. Alistair teases his big master plan, which they've made very unsubtle that it probably has something to do with Lilith, and that Lilith has been chilling in heaven the whole time. Wait, Lilith's the bad guy?
Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison, addicted to this feeling I can help but swallow.
But that was pretty much Hazbin Hotel's first season.
It's okay.
Overall, this show's just fine. I just find it to be either mediocre or not very good. Of course, if you like this show, that's fine. No hate, of course. I have friends who like Hazbin, and again, 100% more power to them. I'm glad they can like a show I can't. I'm only saying this because most people who criticize Hazbin Hotel usually get a brick through their window. I was just not the target audience for this show. I mean, look at my fucking letterbox. And if you couldn't tell by the millions of shitpost clips, this video is just not at all meant to be taken that seriously. But on a real note, I do really hope that Hazbin Hotel Season 2 is genuinely an improvement over the first one. Now that it's clear Prime will give Viv as many seasons as she needs to, with them already announcing Season 3 and 4, I hope it means they don't feel the need to rush like 12 story arcs into one very small season. I'll go into Season 2 exactly what I expected with Season 1, just a mess show with some pretty good songs. So whilst I'll be still watching Season 2, will I make a video on it? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go back to watching some more Dear David.
I hope you die in a fire. Cause you're a loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby. You're a fucked up little whiny bitch. You're a loser just like me. Thanks, asshole. You're a screws loose boozer and only 1-star reviewer. You're a power bottom at rock bottom. If you got... You're doing great, vagina.